process, I've been very formed by my documentary making from long, long ago, where I worked without a script and just kind of sculpted the film as I went along. And I've never unlearned that approach, So I still, write the story, write the script, usually quite a short, 60 pages maximum. I'm told that it's more like 40 pages with a lot of spacing. So I leave a lot of space for film, for cinema, and I basically keep going back on myself and revising and rewriting. There are like 179 versions of this script, because I spend a lot of time with the film, preparing it, location scouting, and we scouted for months and months all around Poland, and not only. And all this time is thinking time. Of course, you invent the story, you write it down, but the deeper you get into that territory, the world, the locations, the actors, the casting process, some rehearsals or just readings, the film grows in you all the time. And you get bored with some things which were not strong enough. And that I carry into filming. During the filming, I tend to have 5-day weeks with 1 day rest and 1 day for editing and rewriting. So the film is constantly growing on my parallel, and I tend to forget the script and concentrate more on this film, this kind of documentary that's growing on the side. And I know that some scenes that were in the script actually they no longer live up to the film, and I have to come up with something better. So there's a lot of flexibility during the filming process. It was helped also in this case by the fact that we moved locations a lot. So there were, and we also waited for seasons to change. So I had 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month-long gap, which helped me kind of get into the film deeper and eliminate some so-so scenes, some bad lines, come up with better stuff. So it's a kind of open process, and it's pretty chaotic. The actors have to get used to the fact that they might wake up and there's a slightly new scene or new dialogue in the morning. But I try to make everyone feel part of this sculpting process, so they don't treat it like an industrial process where there's a script and then we execute it professionally. And everyone gets used to this kind of slightly floating approach, and it helps me really live my film and induce that state in others as well. So it's not that we're translating pages of script onto screen, but we're kind of like sculpting it. And when people say, "Oh, it's such a kind of precise, perfect-looking film," little do they know what a chaotic process it is to actually get there. But I have the freedom to get it. I give myself the freedom to actually get it right, and not to be a slave to a faulty script, which I think is the problem with a lot of films.